Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Chiru's Aspirations. As we saw in last video, the pair of linear equations in two variables. So the introduction, the relations between its coefficients of x, y and the constants. In this video, we are going to see how to graphically represent that and satisfy the relation. So the people who are new to my channel, hi, this is Chiranjeevi. I am a maths trainer. So I'll be doing CBSE chapters, mathematics chapter by chapter, and also I'll be coming up with many fascinating science facts later also. So now here, today we are going to see how to plot the graphical method of a linear equation, that is pair of linear equations in two variables. So let's see that, and we can compare the ratios as we saw in the previous video. This is the first equation we are going to solve. So here we have two equations, that is pair of linear equations in two variables, as we saw in the last class. In the last video, that is we saw about the relations between the ratios, right? So first let's verify the relations between the ratios between these two equations. Then let's plot a graph for this. So here the equation, first let me consider the equation, that is x minus 2y plus 5 is equal to 0, and 8y here. Let us arrange correctly equation. Let me take first minus 4x plus 8y plus 20, that is equal to 0. So here if we consider a1 is nothing but 1 and a2 is nothing but minus 4, b1 is minus 2, b2 is 8, c1 is 5 and c2 is 20. I have taken the coefficient of x is a, the coefficient of y is b, and the final constant c. I have taken this. So next, if I compare the ratios, that is a1 by a2, this is minus 1 by 4. If I further solve this, b1 by b2, I'll be getting minus 1 by 4 again, which is 2 1s are 2 4s are 8, minus 1 by 4. Again 5 1s are 5 4s are, that is 1 by 4. All the things, that is a1 by a2 is equal to 1 by minus 4, b1 by b2 is minus 1 by 4, and c1 by c2 is 1 by 4. Here 1 by minus 4 can be taken as minus 1 by 4. So by observing this, as we did in the last video, that is a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, which is not equal to c1 by c2. Whenever this condition arises, that is a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, that is not equal to c1 by c2, then we are going to tell the lines does not touch each other, which means they are parallel lines. So by comparing the ratios, we came to the conclusion that the lines are parallel. Let's see graphically, let's plot the graph and see how much this condition is satisfying. So for graphically considering, let's solve some equations. So the first equation here we have is x minus 2y plus 5, right? That is equal to 0. Now I need y. What I am going to do, I am going to send this minus 2y that side, and remaining things I will be keeping this side. So that becomes x plus 5 is equal to 2y. I need only y. So y is equal to x plus 5 by 2. Similarly, if I consider this equation, that is 8y minus 4x plus 20 is equal to 0. Since y is positive here, I'll keep as it is 8y, and I'll send these two things. Minus 4x when it comes this side becomes plus 4x, and plus 20 when it comes this side, that becomes minus 20. So y is equal to 4x minus 20 by 8. So these are the two equations we got. So y is equal to x plus 5 by 2 and y is equal to 4x minus 20 by 8. So these are the two equations. Now let us take some values for plotting the graph. So here, if we take y is equal to x plus 5 by 2, let me put some tabular column here. So x and y. So okay, whenever I take x is equal to 0, what happens? 0 plus 5 by 2. So y becomes 5 by 2. 5 by 2 is a fraction. It becomes difficult for us to plot it on the graph. Of course we can plot it, but it becomes a hectic thing. So what we are going to do, let me take some numbers which makes a whole numbers and which gives a beautiful graph. So here x value, if I take 0, what happens? It becomes 5 by 2. If I take 1, it becomes 3. If I take 2, it becomes 7 by 2. Again it is fraction, it becomes decimal. If I take 3, it becomes 8 by 2. Again it becomes 4, which means clearly by observing this equation, whenever you take x value as an odd number, then the overall y value is becoming whole number. So just taking 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, such type of values if you take for x, then the y will become a whole number. If I take 1, it becomes 3. If I take 3, it becomes 4, which means we'll be getting the nearest values. So let me take the alternate values. So that let me take the first odd number 3. Whenever x is 3, so then I substitute x here. So it becomes 3 plus 5, 8. 8 by 2 is 4. I'll be getting 4 here. Y as a 4. Next x, I'll be taking 7, because 5 it becomes nearest, so the line becomes very small. Not an issue if you take 5 also, will be getting the same thing, but I'm going to take 7. So when I take x as 7, it becomes 7 plus 5, 12. 12 by 2 is obviously 6. Next, I'm going to take 13 as the x value. So if I take 13 as the x value, 13 plus 5 by 2, I'll be getting 9. So I've taken the equation, the first equation, and I've taken y is equal to, and I've sent all the remaining things towards right hand side, and I've taken different values of x so that the y becomes whole number and the equation satisfies. Okay, similarly here we can take x and y values. We can take some tabular column here. So x value, what type of x value should I take for the equation to satisfy? Let me take 0. What happens? 0 minus 20 by 8. Again it ends up with some fraction. So let me take 1. 4 minus 20 is minus 16 by 8. Again it ends up with a fraction. So 2, 4 2s are 8. 8 minus 20 is minus 12 by 8. Again it ends up with a fraction. So our idea, I can take 3. So whenever I take 3, 4 3s are 12. 12 minus 20 is minus 8, which becomes minus 1. So I'm going to take 3. So 4 into 3 is 12. 12 minus 20, 12 minus 20 is minus 8. Minus 8 by plus 8 is minus 1. So y value will be coming minus 1. And of course we can take 1 also, right? 4 1s are 4. 16. So 8 1s are 8 2s are 16. So I can take 1. So 4 1s are 4. 4 minus 20 is minus 16, which becomes minus 2 here. And again I can take 5. So 4 5s are 20. 20 minus 20 is 0. 0 by 8 is obviously 0. So these two values we have taken. So for the given equation, by comparing the ratios, we found that the lines are parallel. So graphically, we'll check whether the lines are parallel or what. So for checking graphically, let me take a graph sheet. So here I've taken the scale as X-axis 1 unit is 1 centimeter and y-axis 1 unit is 1 centimeter. So I have taken this. So let us plot the graph. So here, as per our values for the first equation, first let us take first equation. Always a linear line, a linear equation will give a straight line, right? So here, first value of x is 3. Where is 3? This is the x-axis, right? So this is the x-axis and here we have 3. So 3 and y 4. When x is 3, y is 4. So I am going to take, when x is 3, y is 4. Somewhere here it's going to come. So I am going to mark that. So this is 3, 4. So x is 3, y is 4. So I have marked that. The second point here is x is 7 and y is 6. So x is 7, here x is 7 and y is 6, right? Y is 6. So 7 and where is 6? Here it is 6, right? So 7 and 6 will be getting here. So this is 7, 6. And next point we have x is 13 and also y is 9. So 13, here I have taken scale just up to 10, not an issue. Okay, if it continues, it goes like this, somewhere here will be getting some point. Okay, so for this equation 2 points is enough. Okay, let me draw a line for this. Yeah, so just I'll hold it exactly on the points and draw a line. Okay, I have drawn a line. So this is the straight line representing the equation, that is x minus 2y plus 5. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the second equation, that is 8y minus 4x plus 20, and we have got this, right? Yes. So here for this equation we have here x is 3 and y is minus 1. So x is 3 and y is minus 1. So here it comes here, right? So x is 3, y is minus 1. I have taken 2 points. And the next point here, if we observe, x is 1 and y is minus 2. X is 1 and y is minus 2. So x is 1 and y is minus 2. It comes here, right? X is 1 and y is minus 2. Here, minus 2. And the third one, when x is 5, y is 0. When x is 5, y is 0, it comes on the x-axis itself. So x is 5, y is 0. So this is 5, 0. If you plot a line for this, yeah, see, if you plot a line for this, this was the point, this was the point, and this was the point, right? Yes, exactly, we have taken. Okay, did you observe what happened to these two lines? These two lines are parallel to each other, isn't it? They are parallel to each other. So by the condition what we saw, by comparing the ratios, so when a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, that is not equal to c1 by c2, then that is parallel lines. So when we plotted the graph, then these are parallel lines. The question may arise like telling that, so solve the equation graphically if they exist. So just you compare the ratios, and if this is the condition, then you can directly write that. So there is no solution since the lines are parallel, and directly you can go to next problem. So here when plotting the values for this graph, we found that these two, whatever the line you extend to right towards positive side of the axis or to the negative side of the x-axis, both the lines, they don't meet each other. So they are parallel to each other. So first, by comparing the ratios, we found that they are parallel, and graphically we represented them. Now we'll see the second problem, that is x plus y is equal to 10 and y minus x is equal to 4. So in the first problem we saw that the lines were parallel. So by comparing the ratios only we came to know that. So here x plus y is equal to 10 and y minus x is equal to 4. Let me arrange this, bring this constant this side. X plus y minus 10 is equal to 0. Y minus x minus 4 is equal to 0. I have taken everything this side and this becomes 0. Yes. So first equation, let me take the constants, that is a1 by a2, that is 1 by 1, right, minus 1. So here we can arrange it, minus x plus y minus 4 is equal to 0. So we'll be getting minus 1. a1 by a2 is minus 1 by 1. So b1 by b2, let us take b1 by b2. Here b1 is 1 and b2 is 1, obviously. Y is 1, right? 1. This is also 1. So by comparing these two, we came to know a1 by a2 is minus 1 and b1 by b2 is 1. So a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. Whenever a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, in the previous video we saw that when this type of condition arises, then the lines are intersecting and it has unique solution. The lines are intersecting and it has unique solution. It has unique solution. Okay, now let us go for the graph. So here if we take the graph, the first equation let me take, that is x plus y is equal to 10. I'm going to take y is equal to 10 minus x. This is the first equation. The second equation we have y minus x is equal to 4. So y is equal to x plus 4. Right? So this is the equation I have considered. So two equations, x plus y is equal to 10 and y minus x is equal to 4. So here y is equal to 10 minus x and y is equal to x plus 4. So now let me take different values for x and y, for x and for y. So here if you take the tabular column like this, we put a box. Yeah, what x value should I take? If I take x as 0, what happens? Y value becomes 10, right? So if I take 1, then y becomes 9. If I take 2, then y becomes 8. It goes on like this. So let me start from 0. So when I take x as 0, then the y becomes 10. So when x is 0, then the y-axis is 10. Okay. So next value, if I take 1, it becomes 9. 2, it becomes 8. It is very closer. The lines becomes very closer and the line will be very small when I take like that. So directly what I am going to do, I am going to take nearest as 8. So then the what will be happen? What will happen to the line? So for the y value, so y is equal to 10 minus x. So x I am putting as 8 and y becomes 2. Okay, and another value for x I am going to take it as something like 3, because this becomes the biggest line. In middle let me get some pointer for the exact line. So x is 3, so y becomes 7, that is 10 minus x. When compared to, when coming to this line, the second line, y is equal to x plus 4. Similarly we'll take x and y value and write the tabular column. Yes, so here y minus x is equal to 4, y is equal to x plus 4. When x is 0, let me take from x is 0, then y is 4, right? We can take any values like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. But when you imagine the line how it is going to come, so we should be aware of that. So if the line becomes very small, then we cannot get the solution. So we need to have that idea what is happening to the line when we take the values. No matter all the points, if you take from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and etc, -1, -2, -3, -4, so on to etc in the left side, so everything will be their points. But we need suitable points for plotting a graph within a paper. We cannot take multiple points and draw a big graph, right? So we should have that idea. So in that idea, I'm taking x as 0, so y becomes 4, and again I take x as 1, so y becomes 5, and again I take x as something like 6, then x becomes any values you can take. It should be, the line should become big, right? So that is the thing. We should have some line, literal line, to see how it is intersecting or whether it is parallel or coinciding, all those things. So two values we have got here. Just directly we'll go for plotting the things. So here we have a graph paper, graph sheet. So here I have taken scale. X-axis 1 unit is 1 centimeter and y-axis 1 unit is 2 centimeter. So always while plotting a graph, we need to write the scale. So here y-axis I have taken 2 centimeter 1 unit, and whereas x-axis I have taken 1 centimeter 1 unit. Okay, let me come point wise. So in the first equation, x plus y is equal to 10, we have x 0 and y 10. See, x is 0 here, this is 0, and y is 10 here. This point, this is 0 comma 10. Okay, yeah. So next point here, it tells that 8 comma 2, which means x is 8 and y is 2. So this is the x-axis, this is 8 and y is 2. Somewhere here it will be coming, right? Yes. So this is 8 and this is 2. Yeah. So this is the point, 8 comma 2. Okay, so this became a very big line, right? So in the middle something I took like 3. So 3 comma 7. So x is 3 and 7. Where is 7? Yes. So this is the point. So 3 comma 7. Now let me draw the line. So just keeping this, yes. So this is the required line of the equation x plus y is equal to 10. Always a linear equation is a straight line. We have got a line, straight line, by taking 3 different points. So if we take x is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, all these points will be coming on the line. So no need to take so many values. Have an idea of getting a line. This point and this point will be getting. Somewhere in the middle I need point. I took 3 as a x point. Let us go for the second point. So the second equation, that is y minus x is equal to 4. So for this equation we have x is 0, y is 4. So x is 0, y is 4, this one. So this point it is indicating. So x is 0, sorry, not this point. X is 0 and y is 4, this one. Okay, I'm sorry, not this one. This becomes y is 0 and x is 4. No, not this point. So this is the point. So this is 0 comma 4. So this is the y-axis, right? So 0 comma 4. Next point is when x is 1, y is 5. When x is 1, y is 5. So I'll be getting somewhere here, right? Yes. So this is the point. So 1 comma 5. Again, when x is 6, then y is 10. So 6, y is 10 somewhere here, right? So this is the x-axis, 6. Yeah, so this is the point. So 6 comma 10. Yeah, so these are the 3 points I got. Now I'm going to draw line. So this point, and this point. So these 3 points should coincide. Yeah, just I've plotted. This is the first line, that is x plus y is equal to 10, and this is the second line, that is y minus x is equal to 4. So if these two lines are intersecting, by the condition we said that when a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, then the lines are intersecting and it has unique solution. So here the lines are intersecting and it has unique solution. Likewise, if we extend this one, so you will be getting the x value as 3 and y value as 7. This is the point. So here from this graph we came to a solution that x is 3 and y is 7. So graphically you can find the solutions whenever the condition a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. So this way any graph you can plot taking the respective scale for any linear equations with respect to this chapter. So I hope you people are understood. Similarly, any equations you can take and you can draw or plot the graph. I hope you enjoyed today's concept, that is how to represent graphically. We saw two problems. One was parallel lines and other was the lines intersecting. So and we got a unique solution. Similarly, we can take any linear equation, we can plot the graph and we can get the solution. When the ratios a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, then that becomes the intersecting lines and we'll be getting unique solution that is consistent. Whenever the ratios a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2, then the lines coincides on one another. The two lines, it is going to coincide. Whenever the ratio a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, which is not equal to c1 by c2, then the lines are parallel. So we saw one problem for the parallel, another problem for unique solutions. So I hope you enjoyed today's concept and be mathematically inclined. If you like this video, like it, comment, share. Don't forget to subscribe my channel because we'll have a great journey of mathematics. And subscribe it and click the bell icon for getting notifications. So let's have a mathematical concept, beautiful concepts in the further videos. And so please subscribe my channel for getting many other amazing and fantastic videos. So be mathematically inclined and stay safe and secure. Bye, take care.